That is a huge try. What a pass again. Oh, that's a bullet ball. Opens up. Huge hole through the middle.
And Danny Norman charging up the field for a team, trying to get them home in this series.
You are listening to the Touch Heads podcast. Here are your hosts, Danni Norman and Mitch Walkerton.
Thanks very much, Michael Chamis, and welcome, Touchheads, to the Touchheads podcast. I'm Mitch Walkerton, and my co-host is Danni Norman. Hey, Danny, how are you?
Good, thanks, Mitch. Bloody excited to be back here again. There's been some really, really good feedback about the podcast so far. So, yeah, I'm super excited that we get to just keep recording and having a bit of a chat.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's really been nice to, have people sort of reach out and sort of listen and some positive comments. It doesn't go astray. So keep them coming.
Yeah, we love it. Keep them coming in. Pit and peak of the week, Mitch, for you.
Yeah, so I've been away for about 10 days and we went camping. And my pit and peak are sort of related. Went back to boxing fitness last night.
Nice.
And it was great to get back into it. Big sweat, 870 calories, big blowout.
Ooh.
Always hurts, but it's great. Before the session, I jumped on. I've put 3 kilos on in 10 days.
Ouch.
No good. No good. It's the yin and the yang, the pit and the peak. It's good to be back into it, but we're going to have to work off the barbecue and the beers and all that sort of stuff that you have when you sort of go away on holidays.
I know the feeling. Well, mine's kind of similar. My peak, I went camping last week and I mentioned it on the podcast. Bloody hell, Pete went diving and caught like 1 million lobsters.
I saw this massive crayfish thing. It was like as big as your arm.
It was literally the size of Koa. I'm not even joking. Like, there's a photo of him holding it, and I'm like, this thing could literally eat him, but that's okay. So yeah, we just literally ate ourselves in.
How good's that?
Last week. Yeah, but I didn't put on any weight, so that was good.
Oh, I've seen you've been running though, and you're still doing your Pilates. And
I am, yes. And you know what? We've got 6 weeks until the Queensland State Cup, 7 weeks until the New South Wales State Cup, I believe. We need to start getting into our fitness now to make sure our fitness levels are peaking by State Cup.
It's time to work.
I know. Pit of the week for me, I don't really have one. Positive week. I do, however, have the Queensland All Schools tournament. It started today, but my school's attending Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week, so it actually cuts into my school holiday, so that's a bit of a pit. They're bloody long days, so I might have a bit more of a pit next week. But this week, I'm just all peak.
Cool.
Well, how did NYCs go? I think we're going to jump in and do a little bit of a segment on that, but I believe you tried to get some content down at NYCs.
Danny, the worst.
I have to bring it up.
Far out. So the Tuesday night, New South Wales Jersey CHS presentation. I get my little portable microphone out. I'm going to go get some content for the pod.
Love it.
Spent 45 minutes interviewing the coaches, the players, some funny yarns. Went back to play it like that night, and I was like, I'm a freaking idiot. I didn't turn the microphone on. Far out.
So
What a Derek. Dead set. I'm like, oh my God. It's like the background noises. I didn't turn the microphone on.
That's the worst. We're still trying to work it out. And look, I got the mini mic out at Touch this week and it was so much fun to use.
Did you turn it on?
I did. It took a few goes for me to get it before I took it down to Touch. So you'll get there, don't worry.
You know what the best was? One of the girls at Kangaroo Court for CHS fined my daughter for her dad interviewing all the players on the Tuesday night, even though the content didn't even work. So
none of them are going to see it anyway.
No, that's right. So,
oh, poor Evie, that's so funny.
Yeah, it was
what
a good
crack
one.
up. All right, well, we'll take a little break and then we'll come back and we'll jump straight into our NYC review. All right, Touchheads. So last week on the podcast, we told you that we were going to do a little NYC review, and here we are. So episode 5, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into the NYC tournament. We've come up with a rising star list in the under-18s division to highlight some of the players that we thought stepped up to the challenge in the final series of the NYCs. And just talk about some off-field antics and what it was like around the grounds and the current format of the NYC. So, Mitch, I might jump to you first. You were actually down there. What were your thoughts on the week? And, yeah, how do you reckon it all played out?
It was fantastic. So if anyone was at NYC in 24, it was the competition was shrunk by a day due to poor weather. This year, it was fantastic. It was potentially too hot if people are going to complain, but we predominantly play a summer sport, so you can't really complain, I don't think, about it being too hot, but it was beautiful. The conditions were great. There was lots of, say, entertainment and games and other bits and pieces that they did the DoorDash Dash for Cash.
I saw that. The coaches ran it.
It was open to anybody. Dill Thompson.
Dill Thompson.
They had to dress up as within food. Dill Thompson wins as a hot dog. And he was walking with this gigantic big check for $1,000.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Is that his $1,000 to keep, or does he like donate it back? That's
I'm not sure what he did. Whether he divvies that up or whatever.
No, yeah. I thought it might be like a rule that if you win it, you have to give it back to your region or something. If you get to bloody keep the cash, my God, that's awesome. Good on him.
So there was coaches, there was a referee, and they were like dressed up as hamburgers and all different foods.
Yeah, that's so good.
The vibes were great. There was lots of dancing and music, and it was really, really good. It was great to be back at a tournament that wasn't impacted by weather, and we've had some shit luck.
I know.
And just really good vibes, and the kids from Tassie and WA and NT and ACT and all the affiliate states. It was great to see them. Great uniforms, and I was out at the fields for 3 full days, 7:30 till 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they're long days.
Very, very, very long days. Watch the quality of touch that these kids play. Oh, it's next level.
I heard Bo Dela Cruz actually say something on one of the live streams. I think it was the 16 girls grand final. For those people that are new to it or maybe just tuned in at NYCs, you wouldn't even know that was an under-16s grand final. You'd think it was an open women's grand final. The style of game that they're playing, the tempo that they're playing at, like it is unbelievable. I think back to when I was at NYCs and it was up on the sunny coast every year I played. And look, we got blessed with the weather every year. I never had a torrential raining one. But yeah, the quality of touch, I compare what I was playing to what these kids are playing now. And I'm like, God, our sport has come such a long way. Like, the development going into the grassroots level is paying in dividends because you just watch these youth tournaments now and you're genuinely, as a senior player, blown away by the talent that they have. So, yeah, I'm so pleased to hear that was the case.
Yeah. I watched the 14 boys, a couple of games. Like the Hornets won the grand final quite well. It's like watching Doyle. Like Dill Thompson does coach them.
Yeah.
They're running moves that Doyle men's, and they've got 12 and 13, 14-year-old kids. Let me run through the results if I can.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so 12 boys, the Hornets, this got down to a 3-on-3 drop-off, and the drop-off went for ages.
Under 12s.
Yes.
Oh, that literally breaks my heart.
So I was watching on the main stadium, Field 1, and then we could see Field 2. The referee puts his hand up at the end of, 40 minutes, and they go to a drop-off.
Did everyone charge over?
A few kids, yeah. Lots of people go and charge over and watch. Hornets win 3-on-3, and they win 4-3. I think I've said this to a few people. I've been playing touch since I was 14. Danny, I've coached and played, and I've never, ever won a drop-off. Ever. Like I'm talking Monday night dog shit park grand finals. At State Cup 3 years ago, I lost 2 drop-offs on the same day. The team I was playing in, the team I was coaching, the men's 20s.
I was just doing the math in my head going, how's that possible?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
I have the drop-offs. I hate them. I don't know. I even have a strategy, but everyone just knows it. It's just like...
Mitch is on my team. We're losing this one.
Get him out of here.
Dude, I've played in that many. Watching them's way worse than playing in them.
Stressful.
They're just so stressful. Like, I watch Pete playing them as well, and my heart sinks. I'm like, don't go on the field, don't go on the field. Oh, my God, he's going on the field. Oh, my God.
Has to.
Oh, my God, he's lost it, whatever it is.
Come on, how can he not go on the field? Get him here.
I know, but Kerry and I are the same. We both sit together watching it, and we're both just like, can't watch someone tell us what happened. It's like way worse to watch them than playing them.
Stressful.
Yes. Oh, anyway, we'll go to the 12 girls.
Yeah, 12 girls. Hornets won that one as well. They beat the Sharks.
Oh, that's right. Sharks went through undefeated, played good all week, and just lost it in the end in the final. Wasn't that a close game as well?
Yeah, it was 3-2. Oh, so lots of close games. You know what I mean? Yeah. 14 girls. The Sharks beat the Cobras pretty convincingly, 11-2.
That was a big scoreline. Big scoreline.
Yeah, and I saw that little Drummy, she played in that team.
Yeah, Aniston, Annie Dayberg-Muir, she was in that team, and her mum, Loz, was coaching it as well.
Okay, I figured as much.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that scoreline. Like, that group of girls coming through, they're red hot. Annie is currently playing in the Link and is exactly like her dad. Like,
out.
she's crazy when
Crikey.
she gets the women's. Yeah, it's
Jesus.
so sick to watch. And yeah, I think that group of girls coming through, being coached by Loz, who's obviously played at the women's level, currently coaching at the women's level, a lot of them are now being bled in through the local comp to play at the Women's Premier League down at
Well, it's a
Gold
nice
Coast.
transition, right? When they're 14s,
is.
then they can start playing local comp, and then
Yeah.
14, 16, then start moving into the women's ram. And
Yeah. So you can see that starting to translate on the field for them as well. So,
For
yeah,
sure.
I'm not really surprised by that
Yep.
result. The boys?
14 boys, Hornets with Dill Thompson as coach, won 12-4.
Wow. Another big school one.
Yeah, they beat the CQ Bulls.
Yep.
16 girls, Sharks beat the Cobras 10.
The background on this team. So Steve O'Keefe was coaching the 16 girls. 9 of their girls went up to the under 18s team because
Right.
otherwise there wouldn't have been an under 18s team.
Uh-huh.
So they were missing like a lot of their mainstay players. So to go through a tournament the way that they did, and I think they dropped a couple of round games too, to then go on and win it with that scoreline, unbelievable. That is so impressive.
Yeah, wow. Sorry, I've just got a dog that just walked in. We'll just
Okay.
pissed. 16 boys, the CQ Bulls beat the Cobras 9-7.
Oh, a close one. Yeah.
Very close. And
Yeah.
the CQ Bulls lost 2 pool games before they lost to the Hornets, beat them in the semi-final, and they also lost to the Sharks 8-7 in one of the round games. They played a really good style of touch. It was eyes up touch. They have all their players almost look similar. They are a million miles an hour,
Yeah.
and
Fit, fast. Yeah.
they
run.
just don't stop running.
Yeah.
They were great to watch. It was really pleasing, I think, to see the 14s and 16 Bulls, make the grand final and win the grand final, because they have had a few lean years since that really good group that are now playing men's sort of came through.
Yeah.
So it's really good to sort of see the next crop coming through.
Well, that's interesting. So the 16s were pretty similar. Both teams kind of dropped a few round games and then came through to win the final. That's interesting. And you know what? At that age, that's pretty impressive to have lost a few games.
Yes.
You have to sit there, reflect, review, readjust, change things, and then go win a grand final. That's really impressive. So kudos to the 16s age groups at NYCs. That's
Absolutely. And also the coaching staff to make those adjustments, right?
Absolutely.
So what did we do poorly? What do we need to fix up? Which players do we need to pay more attention to? Who are the spots that we want to go at?
Yeah. That is exactly right, Mitch. 100%. That's credit to the coaches.
Yeah, it was. Lastly, I think everyone knows, the 18 girls, Queensland won 4-2 over CHS. And in the 18 boys, a cracker of a game.
Oh, it's crazy.
Crazy game. CIS 7, Queensland 6.
On the death.
Oh, it was end to end. Didn't know who was going to win. It was really high quality. Played in good spirits. Really, really good game.
Both the 18 girls and the 18 boys. It was a really clean game of footy to watch.
Yeah,
The kids were playing well beyond their years. Like, the style of footy that they're playing is unbelievable, and the risks that they're taking in such a big game. Like, it was so entertaining. So
Absolutely.
entertaining. I can't imagine what it was like being down there at the fields and watching it live. I'm sure it was insane scenes when they got through right on the hooter there.
with the girls, Queensland they just kept rucking the ball, and New South Wales just couldn't seem to get their flow, their pattern. That they might put 2 or 3 good sets together, but they couldn't consistently do that for 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah. Queensland dominated the midfield in that game.
Oh, completely.
Dominated New South Wales defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
And when we go through our Rising Stars list, there's a couple of girls on there in the QWSD team that I'm going to mention, and they are to credit to that win, basically because of the work that they did in the midfield and the hard yards that they put out there in the grand.
Yeah.
But CHS I was so disappointed. I had super high hopes, obviously being a New South Wales girl and knowing a lot of them and their backgrounds. They just didn't gel when the game ended.
Spot on.
Yeah, and it's such a shame because obviously I tipped them. So I'm going back on my word,
So did I.
Well, I actually bumped into a couple of the girls down at Gold Coast last night that play in the QWST team, and they were like, "So, Danny, do you have something to say to us?"
Oh.
And you know what? I told them I would apologise to everyone on the podcast. I'm sorry, girls, that I didn't back you and have more faith in you, but you better play that good for Gold Coast.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it's about. We have opinions. We call it out. There's nothing better than when you call something out and it's wrong and then everyone gets stuck into you.
And then you get banter. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly right. I love that. That's so good. But yeah, QWST won the midfield. Lainey Prince, obviously, we'll get to it shortly, but she bloody stood up when the moments mattered and executed. She was on fire. But look, outside of that, I actually think that they just played so well together as a team.
They played really well as a team. That's exactly right. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was for the girls. For the boys, I think QWST just made too many errors or didn't execute or ice those moments when it really mattered. And CIS just played typical Nick Good touch, very clever, stuck to their processes and got the chocolates in the end. And there's a cliche. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, they did. Both teams did have lots of opportunities in the last sort of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But the errors and where the ball got turned over was crucial. And CIS did a better job in those dying moments that put themselves into, position to win the game. What about when, I think it was a 4-on-3 and the link drops the ball wide open with about a minute and a half to go from CIS. I'm not going to say who he was. He would have felt absolute horrendous. And then QST get the chance to come down and they don't score. And then he would have been breathing the biggest sigh of relief when they win.
Mitch.
There is not a worse feeling.
No, I know, because it happened to me in Origin this year. And it was so fucked. Excuse my French.
Oh, no.
Fucked. I got a ball on the chest. I was like, oh, my God, I'm
over.
Hole. I'm going to win it for my team.
Well done, Danny. I'm going to...
Yeah, literally bounced straight off my chest. Like, Rachel Jess just pegged it at me. And it literally I sent it over to field 2 and I was like,
oh, no.
I've just lost my team the game. And we lost that game. Yeah. But then I ended up getting one off a similar play in game 3. And I definitely didn't drop that one. But I was like, oh, my God, that is the worst feeling in the world. So I know exactly how that kid's feeling.
Yeah, for sure.
And they got the win in the end. So it's all good.
No, that's it. When you go drop that ball, Danny, just a quick one.
Yeah.
Does everyone say, it's okay, Danny, heads up, let's be positive?
No. Hell no.
What did they say?
They got rings money, and so they should. That's a start. You don't drop those. And you don't drop those when you're as experienced as me. So I was like, you know what, guys? Give it to me. That's okay. Laughing stock. I was the laughing stock of that campaign because of that try. My coach was really nice about it. He's like, doesn't matter. It's all good. I'm like, no, it definitely does matter. That mattered.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our Rising Stars list, Mitch. So we've put together a little bit of a list of background on this. Basically, we're going to give a shout out to all of the player of the finals for the 12s, 14s, 16s age groups. And then we've got a list of our top 15 kids that we thought performed pretty well at the tournament over the week. From what I saw, obviously, I only saw a handful of games, not being down there at the fields. But I also opened up to our listeners on social media if they could send their go-to players in on a little Instagram feed. So
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of these names have popped up, so pretty on the money. Yeah. On the money with that. So I'm going to kick things off. Top 15 in no particular order. We've got I always get her name wrong. Let's just call her Bubba. Waiaria Ellis. Look, yes, she didn't win. She didn't do her normal flashy stuff in the final because QWST definitely held her down.
They did.
But watching her throughout the week and even watching her in that grand final, she just has a never give up attitude. She was still pushing so hard in the midfield and in defence and seriously trying her butt off. But she just didn't have the support, I think, around her as well, which really made her not shine like she usually does, I guess. But, you know, I really appreciate what she's done at the tournament and in the games that I did see her. So she's definitely on my top 15 list.
Has to be on the list. Electric off the mark. The takeoff speed is next level. And I've never seen, I watch them play every game, and particularly closely in the finals. I've never seen a player set up more tries by playing eyes up.
Yeah. And that's why I love her, because she's just unstructured, unorthodox, just natural footy, like just an absolute footy head. She's so good.
The next one I have is Brandon Cox from CIS. So he was in the middle with CIS, and I felt during a lot of the pool games he was relatively quiet. They do have a number of stars in the team that I think will pop up in the list later, but he just did his job. He got the ball down cleanly. He worked hard in defence. He's got a fantastic pass both ways. And in the semi-final and the grand final, I think he put on 2 tries with massive 4-on-3 left to right bombs. Has to be on the list with the way that he played.
I don't know if that might have been... I'm trying to think of what game it was now. Maybe it was in the final. There was a mad 4-on-3 ball. Was it Brandon?
Yeah, it was the big left to right, and the winger had a bit of work to do and dived over.
Yeah. Oh, there was, I remember seeing a pass. Yeah, I remember seeing a pass and going, who the hell threw that? Like, that was amazing. All right, next up, we've got Annika McCarthy from the CHS under-18 girls. Now, Annika is someone that is coming through the Aussie youth ranks. She's in the Origin under-20s ranks. I actually think she could have been brought up into the Open Women's squad this year. I really rate Annika for speed, for composure under pressure, and just the way that she plays like a real old school running game. Like, I think that that's something that is starting to fizzle out a little bit. You see teams really do it. Like, you see Doilo do it, or Manly Women's. Or CQ Bulls. They are really great at doing that as a collective, but I feel like individual running game is not really so much of a thing anymore as the younger generation moving to statics. But look, Annika is one of those girls, and I think she's got an extremely bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, absolutely. A little fun fact, she actually played NTLs before she played Women's Premier League at the age of 15. Her speed is unreal. On a sweeper, come around... If the person doesn't exit the touch properly, she'll gash. See you later. So, no, I agree.
She scored a try in the final, actually, where she did a little sneak down the sideline and scored down on the wing on the CHS box side. And, anyone could see her speed on display. Yeah,
absolutely. Next is James Fitzhenry from CIS. Full disclosure, Danny, I don't know a lot about James.
Well, I wrote him, and I'll tell you why I wrote him.
Please.
So James Fitzhenry is the CIS number 5 winger. He was a really tall winger in the game. Now, I've never heard of him. I've never seen him play prior to this tournament, so I'm just going off what I saw in the final.
Yep.
I just thought that in the moments that really mattered, apart from one where he did drop the ball, but it was called forward pass, so it saved him. It's okay.
So James, block your ears up, mate. Don't listen to that part. We're giving you a rap.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, James. I dropped one in Origin. It's all good, brother. He was phenomenal, in my opinion. Big, tall winger, great finishes, great reads, and like I said, in the moments that mattered, he really stood up, and I thought that his midfield presence was awesome as well. So, shout out to James Fitzhenry. I thought you were really great at the NYC, particularly in the grand final.
Yeah, the CIS wingers in that grand final were fantastic. They saved so many tries. And I agree, the midfield press on touches 2 and 3 really worked hard to sort of stop them from getting to the box.
Absolutely. All right, we'll move to our rising star. It's Mary Lou Plath from the Sharks under-18 girls. So Mary Lou was the NYC top try scorer across every division. So this is boys, girls, 12s to 18s. I forgot what she finished on. I thought it was 27 or 28 tries.
Yeah, I thought it was 28.
Yeah, so she took the crown out at the end. Look, Mary Lou's actually a Gold Coast girl, and I play with her a fair bit up here on the Gold Coast. She has so much speed to burn, so much speed, and she's not your traditional super tall winger, but man, she is so great at making those reads and channeling in with her link. And she's just a really, really good up and coming winger. So I'm really happy that she got the NYC top try scorer award.
Yeah, it's really good to see. I saw multiple, long range tries from that Sharks 18 side. and she was the recipient of those. She got the ball and whoosh, see you later. Just no one was coming close to her. So there's no doubt that the reason why she got the most tries for the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
Next player is Chase Davis Shaw from QSST. He was electric.
He's electric.
I watched really closely the pool game that they played against CHS, where I sat behind one of the try lines, and the splitters, the long balls, the punishes. He was great. Really quick, light on his feet. He's a real handful.
Yeah, he is. He comes from a really prominent touch football family too in the Shores. And look, he really impressed me this week, particularly in the grand final. I thought he was the man for QSST. And he set up some really, really critical tries in critical moments. So I thought that he had a really good grand final. He's also a Gold Coast boy, and he is one of Pete's favourites. So he's a really good up-and-coming player, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do in the future.
Look out. Next, we had Jakey Medved, who played Origin as a 17-year-old, I believe.
Yep.
He played Link for CIS, and he improved and had a really good tournament in his finals. And I guess we probably should clarify, Danny, a lot of the top 15 is what we sort of seen from the semi-finals and the finals.
Oh, that's literally all it's picked off because I wasn't there and couldn't watch it otherwise.
Sure, no worries. He ran really nice holes. Nick Good had him. Their kickoff move was the same every game. Cindy splitter, and then he would be the one that comes through the middle. They'd throw a face ball and then normally hit Logan Tui, and for whatever reason, it just kept on working.
That tap-off was elite. That was a Nick Good special.
They did it all week. No coaches made any adjustments. Logan Tui just kept on getting on the outside of that saver middle and scored, or the open side Link would step forward, feel pressure, little short ball, open Link, try.
Yeah, unbelievable. Jake, for me, watching that grand final, it's pretty clear that he is a full-blown team player and will put the team's needs first before
Absolutely.
his own. He rucked the shit out of the ball all game, defended his butt off, had so many cracks in attack and set up some really nice plays. And yeah, for me, he was a real standout, and I think that he has and again, I'm going to keep saying a bright future ahead of him, but I can't wait to watch him at State Cup this year. I think he's going to really break things open after that NYC tournament, because that was a big tournament for him. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching him at State Cup.
Yeah, he should have so much confidence. The way that he's played the last sort of couple of months with all the tournaments. Full steam ahead to State Cup. Yeah,
for sure. All right. Next player is Evie Clarkson. So Evie's from the QSST under-18 girls, and she was named Player of the Series. So Evie is from, I actually think she's a northern New South Wales girl, but has maybe come through the UQ system.
Okay.
So she's been surrounded by the likes of the UQ phenomenon and coached by Renee Murphy and Leisha Thuart at UQ Rebels. So I'm not surprised that she's in that crop of players getting a Player of the Series award. What were your thoughts on Evie for the week?
She was unreal. She was the captain of their side, I think, and she led by example. She, did all the work. She set the tone in attack and defense. She was fantastic. Really, really deserved, I think, player of the tournament for the under-18s girls.
Awesome. All right, Carter Skinner's our next player. Do you want to touch on Carter? Because I've got a lot to say about Carter.
So the only thing I'm going to say is, to the Gold Coast Sharks boys under-18 side, I didn't have you in the top 4. Knucklehead. Should have. White hot. Really, really. And led by Carter Skinner. He was unbelievably good.
He's one of, and if not Pete's favourite. Pete speaks so highly of Carter. He is an absolute gun. At the men's opens level, at the men's 20s level, and at the under 18s level as well. So I had lots of reports come back to me this week that he was absolutely carving, and he was just leading the boys so well.
He was.
On and off the field. Yep. And, obviously it's all well and good to acknowledge the players for their skill level and what they do on the field, but it takes really special people at this age group to be incredible leaders, and I know that Carter was definitely one of them this week from all reports.
Yep, agreed.
For sure. All right, our next player to watch, Harper Eldridge from the Sharks under-18 girls. Harper is a Gold Coast girl. There's a lot of Gold Coast players on here. People probably think I'm a little bit biased.
Do you think?
Harper is actually 16. So she should have been playing in the 16s. Yeah. So you watched her a fair bit throughout the week, Mitch. I won't comment because everyone already knows what I think of her, but maybe you can comment so it's not so biased.
Yeah, no, she was number 4 for the Sharks, and I watched her play 4 or 5 games in the pool games, and then quarter, semi, and grand final. She was, one of their best players. Yep. She worked hard. She got a really nice step off her left and dive for a quickie or a sweeper. She was really, really good. The fact that she was only 16, you called her out as one of the players to keep an eye on. She's got a very big future in our game, I believe.
Yeah. Crazy touch IQ for her age group. So shout out to Harper. Well done, mate. All right, our next player is Hayden Matters from the QWST under-18s boys.
Yeah, so I called him out. Sorry to blow my own trumpet as one to watch. He was fantastic. He killed New South Wales CHS. I think he put on 5 or 6 of their tries in the pool game, and he was very, very solid in the finals. He just, again, we love middles that just work and don't have to be ball dominant. When you've got, Chase and Jonte and all these other guys in the team, they shared the ball around really well.
Yeah.
And I just thought he was really, really good.
All right, player on the list is from the QWST under-18 girls, and it's Maya Colley. Now, Gab called it the whole grand final. Maya's midfield presence as a middle and the way that she rucked the ball and laid the foundation for her partner middle was unbelievable. She did not stop the entire game. I was personally so impressed with the level that she played at for the whole 40 minutes. And I think that's why she's made it onto the list, because it's easy for people to inject themselves into 10, 15 minutes of a grand final when the pressure's on, you're tired, it's the back end of a tournament. Maya Colley played for 40 minutes and she played her absolute arse off. So I'm really, really impressed. And I will say this, Mitch, I think nowadays a lot of people get the praise and get talked about for their attacking abilities and the shiny, glowy stuff. I appreciate the players like Maya a lot more because I know how hard it is to be that person that does a lot of the shit-kicking jobs.
Yeah.
And they don't usually get the recognition that they deserve.
Yeah.
So, Maya, if you are listening, you were unbelievable. Well done, mate.
No, Danny, we're so aligned with regards to our thinking there. If you've got 6 middles in your squad, 3 of them are going to be just working, defending dumpers.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not sexy, but that's the role of the team. And without them, I call them the glue guys, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right? They're the glue guys. They're the ones that keep everything together. And without the glue guys, you got nothing. And sometimes they don't get selected in teams or they don't make highlight reels or whatever. But I think we're aligned. We love our glue guys.
Absolutely.
The workers who do the clean plants so the flashy link can pick up for a 4-on-3 or a nice scoop middle or whatever it is. So May was a glue guy this week.
He was glue gal.
Yeah, glue gal.
How good. All right, our next player is Logan Toohey from the CIS under-18 boys. I'm going to let you take this one, Mitch.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He was player of the final. He did it all. He led by example in attack and defence, energy, positive on and off the field. Very, very hard to, not have him on the list. Played state 20s for State of Origin a couple of months back from the Cronulla club. Really, really big future in our game.
Yeah, absolutely. Logan comes from a very big touch family as well, so not surprised to see his name on the list and his name starting to pop up. I am, again, excited to watch him at State Cup too if the Sharkies boys are going away. I've heard really good things about them in the Vorden Cup this year, so getting to watch him play for the CIS under-18 boys was exciting, and I really look forward to watching him represent the Sharkies at State Cup.
Absolutely.
All right, and we've got the final 2 players on our list, so we'll go to Lainey Prince from the QWST under-18 girls, who was the player of the final. My God, that girl is electric.
So
I don't
fast.
know how to describe her.
So fast.
Agile, yeah.
It was like watching someone who was on fast forward when everyone else was in normal motion. That's the best way that I could describe it. whether she was rucking, whether she was coming around on a sweeper, whether she was taking off from half. She just did things quicker than everybody else.
Yeah, she raised the bar for sure. And, you know, Lainey represented Australia on debut this year for the under-18 girls, and I got to see a little bit of her there. She blew me away at the NYCs. She was unbelievable. I think she's got an extremely bright future ahead of her. I'm not sure if she's playing any other codes. She could be into league or union or whatever. But, you know, she's an absolute freak at touch football, and it was really, really exciting to watch her. My favourite part of that GF was when the CHS number 5, I don't know her first name, but I think her last name might have been Cooper or Coops, took a runaway down the far side of the field, close to the grandstand, and Lainey just absolutely came out of nowhere and missed her by like a hair. That is like Charlotte Caslick level. I remember when I was playing for CHS, one of our links took an intercept, ran the full length of the field, and Charlotte literally came out of nowhere and missed her by a hair. And it just reminded me of that moment. Like, it was insane. So, yeah, Lainey, you have a huge future ahead of you, mate.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Number 1, Jonte Brown. Wow.
UWSD under 18 boys, player of the series. He was everywhere all week.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
He was great.
He can dive. You know, he's deadly on his quickies, his punishes, but he can also pass both ways.
That left-hand ball in the final to set up a try, that was clutch in a critical moment.
I love that TFA put something on their Instagram where he dives over for a try and does this smile at the camera.
And just stares down the camera.
Stares down the camera and smiles and smirks.
Yeah.
You know,
he's kind of like a Reece Walsh. I feel like a showman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know Jonte very well, though, so I can't really comment on his personality and whatnot, but when I watch the off-field things and see him play on the field, I'm like, that's the person that I would relate him to. So, yeah, well done, Jonte. I thought he had
good, mate.
Great
well
final,
done.
Great week. And, yeah, that's why he's definitely on our rising star list.
Absolutely.
All right, we're just going to quickly run over the players of the final for the under-12s, under-14s, and under-16s. A lot of them I don't know, unfortunately, and I'm sure that once they get to the under-18s level, we would have seen them a lot more and we'll be able to comment on them later. From the under-12s division, the Hornets, Harlow Colley, player of the final. Well done to Harlow. From the boys' 12s division, we had Kobe Short from the Hornets as well, so well done to Kobe. Awesome job. From the 14 girls, we had Rebel Legasic. Now, this is one I actually know.
Okay.
Rebel was the flower girl at my wedding.
No way.
She is going to be a big star of our game.
Oof.
The motor on this chick, the heart, the ticker, like far out, man. I could go on for days. So Rebel knows what I think of her, and I'm very, very proud of her for getting a Player of the Final award because she's, like we mentioned before, one of those kids that just does all the shit kicker stuff, does all the 1%ers right, and she's getting the recognition for doing that this time around. So very proud of Rebel. Cruz Ellers from the Hornets under 14 boys received the Player of the Final award, so well done to Cruz Ellers.
Yeah, so there's 5 kids, the Ellers, and they're all unbelievably talented. They're good at everything. And then the cousins are great as well. It's it's not fair, really.
Yeah, what's in the water? What are they drinking?
Absolutely. They're all winners. They all go great.
All right, and then in the 16s final, we had Lily Ava, and I'm so sorry, Lily Ava, because she plays in my Gold Coast team, but I don't want to say her last name wrong, because I heard the commentators say it one way.
Is it Ione?
I say Ione, but the commentators were saying something else, and I can't believe I don't know it, but I just call her Lil Ava or Lil.
Okay.
So I will quickly comment on Lil. Lil has this insane ability to turn a game on a dime, and she did that in the final. It was a very close final at halftime. Lil Ava decided to just put the game on its head and literally had her hand in every try in the second half. She was unbelievable. She's just cracking Women's Premier League. She's not allowed to play Women's Premier League for State Cup because of her age.
Too young.
Too young. Like, imagine having that problem.
Far out.
Harvey had the same problem last year. So,
oh man,
I know, change the rules, guys. Anyway, Lily Ava, you're a freak, and I am so proud of the way you played this week. So well done. And then our final player of the final in the under-16 boys, we had Oliver Hines from the CQ Bulls. I believe he's an absolute freak as well.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
Sort of not the biggest kid, I'll sort of say. Like in 16 boys, you get some big kids and some...
Yeah.
So he's not the smallest, but he's not the biggest. But he was everywhere, and his attention to detail, his motor, he was fantastic. Scooped, dumped, passed, dived, defended, energy. Fantastic. He was really, really good.
So good.
So
all right,
good.
we might wrap things up there, Mitch, because we're kind of running out of time. But well done to everyone at the NYCs, the youth tournament at the end of the day. And while we do like to highlight some of the standout players and what they did at the tournament, it's all about having fun.
Absolutely it is.
All I saw on social media was a lot of kids just having a great time. So yeah, well done to everyone at the NYCs.
Absolutely. Well done, kids. It's now time for Get a Grip, and the segment is proudly sponsored by Gripstar Socks. Now, Danny, I believe you have a story to share or tell potentially.
I do, and look, this is a bit of a left fielder. She is a bit of a left fielder, to be honest. The Get a Grip winner this week is my sister, and it's not the sister you're thinking of, Mitch. It's not Shelley.
Okay.
Actually, my younger sister, Casey Davis.
Right.
For those who know Casey will be probably wetting themselves right now because they know what I'm probably about to bring up. For those who don't know Casey, she doesn't play touch football.
Oh, so I've never heard of Casey.
No, and you probably won't.
Okay.
Sorry, Casey, if you're listening.
Shout out, Casey.
I will give her this. It was the 2017 New South Wales Junior State Cup. We had a winger go down in the lead up to the event. And I basically went home one day. I was coaching with Barry Gibson at the time. And this team is like star-studded. Like it's Shelley, Hannah, Steph Maiolo, like Georgia Tuvey, Taylor Clifford. Like it was stacked, right? So I'm like, we don't need a gun. We just need numbers to save our superstars' legs. I basically went home and said, you're playing. And she's like, I'm not. Yes, you are. You're playing. And she was like, what the fuck? So anyway, we roped her into it. We made her play.
Mm-hmm.
She had to play in this one lead-up tournament on the Central Coast, the Berkeley Vale.
Yeah.
And she broke her arm in one of the games, scoring a try. But being Shelley and I and just being super competitive, she's like floppy arm running off the field in defence. And I'm just screaming
What
at
are
her.
you doing?
What are you fucking doing? Get on the field. She's like, I can't. I'm like, stop being a wuss. Get on the field. Shelley's on the field screaming. Like her bro's just rinsing her, right?
Oh, no.
So she played the rest of the game with a broken
With
arm.
a broken arm. Oh.
Everyone's going to think we're bullies, but you know what? She bullies us. Anyway, so we go and I left the tournament early because I had to get to work. So I had to drive back down to Sydney to get to work. And anyway, I get a message from her going, you bitch, I'm at Gosford Hospital. I broke my arm. I'm not playing Junior State Cup now, sucked in. Oh. So I'm like, oh my God, now we've got another injury. But Barry just decided, you know what? We're still a fair while out. I reckon it will heal in time and she can just stay on in the team if she wants to. So she ended up staying and playing Junior State Cup. She was the leading try scorer of the tournament.
There you go.
This is someone who doesn't play, but it gets better, Mitch. The tournament got rained out.
Oh.
So she didn't get named leading try scorer. It got rained out the day of the grand final.
I remember that one.
Yes. So it was in Port Macquarie. It was such a shame. It was all of those girls like Shelley and Taylor and Hannah. It was their last year and they were so disappointed.
That was 2015, I think.
Was it 2015? I don't remember what year it was. I can't just guess.
They called it off on finals day.
Yes, and the girls were so disappointed. Casey was literally partying and cheering that it got Okay, Mitch, so there's this video, right, of her, the last game that she played at the Junior State Cup before it got rained out, and I'm going to play it right now for our listeners or viewers to watch, and we'll chuck it up on social media as well. anyway, Mitch, that's the video. What did you think?
Oh,
Full-blown Hen Molman.
oh, no, thanks.
I know, poor Casey. Lucky she's not a boy. But honestly,
No, that's right.
we have given her that resurfaces that video every year, and we give her so much shit for it. So I'm glad that I finally can share it with the world.
Nah, great. Unreal.
So good. So, yeah, congratulations, Casey. You are our Gripstar Get a Grip video of the week, and you will be receiving a pair of Gripstar socks.
And they look great too.
Oh, I'm so excited to get
Ooh.
them. They are fresh.
Mm.
They are fresh. We'll be posting them on our socials soon, guys. We've done a little Gripstar Touch Heads podcast collaboration, and yeah, they're red hot. They're cool. All right, Mitch. So we're going to wrap things up now quickly because we're running out of time. But next week we have the CEO, or the new CEO, I should say, of Touch Football Australia, Marcus
Ooh.
Ashcroft, coming onto the podcast, which I'm sure you are extremely excited.
Very much so. Very much so.
And then we've also got Christian Frost, who is a chairperson on the board of TFA, joining him as well. I've had a fair bit to do with Frosty. He was actually one of my New South Wales coaches in my 10-year losing regime. But yes, Christian is on the board now of TFA. So I'm really excited to pick their brains, and hopefully we can actually get a few questions from our listeners, and they can write in, and we can ask them while they're on the podcast, and things that the people of Touch Footy want to ask them.
I think that'd be really good.
Cool.
All right. Have a nice week, Danny. Touch heads. Take care of yourselves.
Peace out. See you guys.